Welcome to this reading. First of all, let me start with whatever is going to be said in this reading is going to be a little tough to fathom, to understand, to process, to digest, because it's going to be about Mercury Retrograde. Throat chakra activation. Clearing out a lot of karma. I like to, I've been seeing the Mercury retrograde through different perspectives over the past couple of years, okay? It troubles us because we are completely out of alignment with what's going on. We resist it, we reject it, okay? We reject the benefits of it. It's the most different energy, especially when it comes to the difficulty of it, okay? So the difficulty levels are different. How you approach difficulty during this time is completely different, okay? It's like what it tries to teach you is to let go of expectations, okay? Which just means that stop projecting into the future based on what is happening right now. Because we don't know what's best for our future selves right now. Like when we look too much into the past and then say that, I would have done this better, done that better if I knew what I knew right now. But in the past, we were asking for things at the level we were at. So an energy that is trying to teach us to let go of expectations we can only imagine how uncomfortable that is, because we like to have a plan for the future. But all of that is fine when it comes to finances or all the practical material aspects of things. We can do that. But there are other things. Not other things. The main thing is your spiritual journey, which includes karmic activity. Look at the bigger picture of this energy, okay? Look at this bigger picture of this phase. It's like the days of the future past. It will show you what it's going to be like in the future based on your past. Especially this time around, okay? So we've done round 1 of Mercury retrograde this year, 2, 3, and now we're on round 4. Okay, we are on round 4. So this time it's the big guns, okay? Big guns blazing all in. The more we are unable to grasp the concept of this energy, the more likely it is that we're going to get a personification of this energy. Think about the times when you were unwilling to deal with your issues with your parents, okay? Issues with past relationships, or being in a toxic relationship. Till you understood the energy behind that, you kept getting more and more people coming up in your life or showing up. That will help you understand that energy, and whenever that energy presents itself to you again, just around in the environment, okay? If it's just there in the environment around you, how are you going to hold up, right? How are you going to hold up? We learn best when interacting with people. So let's say a dreamer. There's a dreamer. The central character here is a dreamer. And they have to be sleeping all the time, right? Because they're a dreamer. They're awake in the dream realm. So in this practical material world reality, they are asleep. They're sleepwalking through life. Now, this central character needed somebody to keep watch in the dark. So they created so many others based on how they would confront what's happening in the waking world, in the waking hours, okay? For them, for this dreamer, the dream state is bright, and the waking state is dark, okay? So during Mercury Retrograde, there's a lot of mental energy, subconscious mental energy, dream state mental energy that gets activated into taking action. It's inspired to show up. So the dreamer is not sleepwalking at this time, okay? They get to be in two states at the same time. King of Pentacles. There's an offer coming through, okay? There's a grand offer coming through. It's basically your dreams are coming to fruition. There is an end to end here in the practical material reality. You see in the future of this, okay? Days of the future past. You see the future, but now, since time is non-linear in the dream state, this is considered by the dreamer, which is, by the way, you, which is, by the way, me. We are the central character in our story, right? So the dreamer has seen this as the future, but they have experienced it, hence it becomes the past, okay? What's coming through right now? It's the past of this future. This is the past of this future. And this is the future, and this is the present. The present moment is a present. This is trying to break through. This is literally trying to break through, and it has broken through. Okay? So if you're not going to believe, if you are going to be resistant to thinking that this is unfeasible, it's unfathomable, then it's going to hit you really, really hard. This type of future materialization, the beginning of it is very demanding. It's very demanding, especially to the mind. The soul has provided you with the material world resources that you are going to need at the present moment to achieve something in the future moment. Okay? 10 of Swords. I need more. 2 of Wands. Okay? I'm going to keep the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here. Look at that. Then we have the King of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment, abundance. Okay? So many pentacles. This is a very practical, spiritual endeavor. Confidence. You need to have confidence in the fact that you have reached that level of opulence and abundance. Okay, there's a richness and depth of emotions that have been achieved here by the collective. This card to me indicates that there was a reset. Okay, there was a reset. And things just suddenly ended. And what we were looking for in the future, this is like waiting for something. They have suddenly arrived before time. Like it's like you've been waiting on the platform, okay? You've been waiting for a platform. Sorry. You're waiting on the platform. Let's say you're waiting on a train platform for a train that you should have taken like a decade ago, a long time ago, okay? But then you had it in your mind that at such and such date, let's say today, the 1st of December, 2023, this train was going to arrive at 11:30 p.m., okay, Indian Standard Time. But then it got here at 11:30 a.m. like it's about 12 hours early, or I wanted to say 1:30 a.m. so that's like 10 hours early. During the Mercury retrograde, whatever we face are the things that we are not ready for. That is the energy of chaos, okay? That is the energy of chaos. But we've done this. We've done life. We have done life. We have done Mercury retrograde. We have done so many things. We've done life, okay? We've done life. And we've gained experience. This type of confidence comes with experience. This card also speaks about manipulation based on people's primal instincts, okay? Especially need for companionship. Now, the dreamer needs companions to keep watch. So let's say we are the dreamer and the companions, okay? Right now, we're keeping a watch on what is happening in this category, which is our abundance coming through, okay? We are also being asked to keep shut. The King of Pentacles' wisdom is in not speaking out of turn. At the same time, the King of Cups says it's never my turn. Okay? It's never my turn. It's never my turn. He just watches. He just watches and observes. He keeps his feelings to himself. That's how he gets to focus on his feelings without corrupting them, by putting them out in the world. So that this type of, the other side of this energy, the manipulative energy, gets a hint or a clue about what's going on with you and what you want and what your feelings like, so they can energetically manipulate you. Okay, that's why the systems break down all over the world during Mercury Retrograde, so that you get to practice some sort of confidentiality and confidence in your ability to create this. Okay, let's shuffle. So Four of Pentacles, obviously this showed up. We need to at least mention it a little bit. So the Four of Pentacles is like we're holding on to something. Again, we as in one portion of us that is observing something which is a little small now, okay? It's not the bigger picture. It's the minute details. It's the minute details, okay? You are going to be asked to put a lot of things on autopilot. So maybe you're going to have to let go of fussing about things at home, like organization and the minute details of what things are going to come out in this phase, okay? Or rather this phase that you have been moved into. So you're going to have to trust, that it's going to all fall into place. Okay? It's going to fall into place. All the things are going to fall into place. At this point, at this energy, you cannot pull its strings. Okay? Let's see if we have anything more coming out with the cards. Queen of Cups. King and Queen of Cups. Hangman. This is wisdom coming in with the perspective, with the right kind of perspective. This is an emotional match. So, and this is also the dreamer queen, okay? So this is the energy that you meet in the dream state. This is you actually meeting your emotional match. Come out of the dream state and into the waking world, you meet your emotional match. Okay, the blueprint, the emotional energy blueprint is the same. It can also be considered as pain body, okay? Your emotions are basically your feelings in motion. So whatever you feel, you are able to express it. And that is what emotion is. But this is very, I want to say, repressed emotions, or let's say hidden emotions that exist in a non physical dimension. Okay, the Queen of Cups emotion, they're in a non physical dimension. They're not practically possible. Those feelings are unable to be expressed here. So the emotions are not seen, and here the emotions are not expressed. So that this is like a physical world match of your non-physical avatar energy. Okay, this also, what I'm trying to say is, what this means is like your dreams have found a material world companion. Okay, this is who you've been waiting for. This is who you stepped out into the world to look for. And the Ten of Swords is the wait is over, basically. The waiting and looking for is over. It's done. Death card. The waiting is, like I said, the waiting has transformed into things having arrived way before time. Okay. The Judgment card. So this is divine intervention, because a lot of us are not seeing what is actually happening. This energy presents, every energy is presented to us for us. Okay, whatever we're dealing with, we have to deal with it, but the pain body can get so intense that it does not want to have another physical material world experience. Okay, it does not want to have a physical material world experience. So what has been painful has been waiting for this. Okay, and that getting shut down, waiting and watching and waiting for the right person your person to come towards you. That wait is done. So now the pain body is transformed. Okay, there's a divine intervention. So this means there are going to be a series of events that are going to indicate to you that all the stuff that was happening, that's been happening while you were waiting, is done, and it's going to go down one by one. So the dreamer came up with this, the personification. of an personification of the energy of waiting. There can be many, many people that you interacted with, and all of them will now betray you. They will betray you. You will have hit rock bottom. Okay? This is just in order to transform you out of the waiting period, okay? To be ready to jump on to the train. Eight of Cups, ready to move forward. Which is going to mean that you are going to have to put an end to lack consciousness as well. The waiting and the lack consciousness has been being rejected time and again, not having enough. All of these things were part and parcel of the waiting, and that is no longer the scenario. It's done. So the reset has been about spiritual awakening, moving forward in your spiritual path, which has material world consequences. Okay? The mindset that all of the waiting period people got to you needs to be shut down. That's going to be a dire situation. Okay, it's going to be a dire situation. You're going to feel like you've been left out into the cold, but you're being left out of the waiting period scenario, waiting period people, connections, things, work, and you're being moved. You're moved on to your move forward in your journey. No matter how much we look back in the past, the only thing that is there is it's just like look at that, days of the future past. They have their back turned towards it. Somebody thinks that the dreams of the future are something that existed in the past. Okay, existed in the past. These friendships and connections are long gone, and it's like I mentioned earlier, like we try to think, what would I do differently? What would I do differently if I knew what I knew right now? That thought, if we apply it in the right direction, like you know what you know right now, and that means that in the past, whenever this situation came up, like loss, okay, you're cutting your losses, feel rejected from your former life, okay, and you're being made to move forward. And that time you let go of the regret. This is what we would have done differently in the past if we knew what we knew right now. That's right. Isn't that right? That's the perspective that we're being asked. Look at that 555 change. We have the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Change in perspective. The Devil card. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, taking charge of your new life. It's going to take courage. The Devil card to me, the perspective that we are trying to uphold is that whatever is holding us back is just an illusion. Whatever is holding us looking back, okay, it's just an illusion. The betrayals, the losses, the regrets are just an illusion. I really don't know where we're going with this, but let's just take one last shuffle. Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. It's moving out of a mindset, which means that you need to wrap that mindset up. It's like wrap it up and move forward on your path. This is where this is the dreamer out in the material world. The Knight of Cups would have been the dreamer, right? But that the Knight of Cups in the waking world, the dreamer in the waking world, is the Knight of Pentacles. So if the dreamer wants to check what's happening with them in the material world, and are they on the right path? And when we get this card, we know that we are on the right path. Like I said, the personification right now is going to be about people who are, you're going to see that they're going to be in captivity. They're going to be in prison. They're going to be in custody because it's like days of the future past. So to control the damage of what they could do in the future. That's a trajectory, that's a consequence. And they're going to be put away, straitjacketed and put away. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be straitjacketed and put away. Personification again. These might not be exactly the people that you think that should be straitjacketed. Well, not all of them at least, okay? There are going to be some who have progressed a lot on their journey, on their spiritual journey. Hence, they have changed the future outcome by letting go of expectations. Those type of personifications are going to come forward for you to see why the others got to be in custody. Okay? So that's going to make it easy. That's going to make it workable for you, dreamer. Okay, so I think I should close this reading. I don't even know what I'm going to title it, but let's just say I'm going to let it be there for a while and see what happens.